Hey folks, welcome back to another video where I make historic Brawl decks. In this case I'm trying to make them for every single legal commander in Baldur's Gate, and the card we are making / have made a deck for today is Gorion, Wise Mentor. 1 green, 1 white, 1 blue, 3/4 with Vigilance, and we'll go over his unique ability because it's whenever you cast an adventure spell you may copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. So this is a adventure deck. And as it turns out, I just want to quickly show this. There are actually not a huge number of adventure spells. Let me just turn on, I'm going to switch over to the other deck layout, and I'm going to switch over to not collected, because I'm pretty sure there's only one that I don't have, two that I don't have, I'm sorry, in Illithid, Harvester, and Fae of Wishes. Now it's worth noting that Fae of Wishes actually can't do anything in this game mode because you can't have a sideboard in Historic Brawl. And Illithid Harvester might be good, but again, it's only a single card, so I'm not as worried about not having it. But there's not really any single consistent power here. I would say this deck does decently well, otherwise I wouldn't be streaming it. But it's not because, hey, adventures are super powerful, it's more because, well, green, white, blue are just some good colors. So let's just jump into our first game. Basically, this deck consists of, there's two types of cards in it. There's either adventure cards, or there's cards that are just good green, white, blue stuff. So we have, I believe, a couple board wipes. We have a fair number of draw spells in Guardian, in Esper, and stuff like that. So we'll just play a few games with this. Is this worth keeping? I have no ramp. I have a 1-drop. I'm gonna mulligan this. Yeah. I want to have... Oh, I hate this too. Let's try one more time. I would like to just point out that this deck does in fact have 40 lands in it, despite everything to the contrary. Okay, well, this clearly isn't getting any better, so we'll throw away Planar Cleansing and Occam Ranger. So I actually did go and craft the artifact lands that I have been like, no, I'll never use those for this deck, just because I thought it'd be neat. Also because there's a couple cards in this that, let's see, there's nothing I can do with that, so let's just do Lucky Clover. As you see, we're heavily banking on the idea that at some point we should draw a third land, as novel as that may seem. Clearly going into Nethroi, Apex of Death, the card that reanimates 10 total power from your graveyard, the game has decided that I am just far too powerful with the ability to occasionally cast multiple spells twice. There's a self-mill. That does nothing for me. And we just lost Lucky Clover, which is one of our better opening cards. So the hope is that we'll be able to Hour of Revelation our way out of this, but we'll need an extra 2 planes to actually be able to do that. There's a Hallowed Fountain. Thank you. Pay 2 life. Gorion, Wise Mentor. The one thing this deck doesn't have that I'm now realizing is going to be unfortunate for this matchup is, take the command zone, is a large amount of graveyard hate. And that could be a problem. Target non-land permanent. Though it's possible we're both having equally incredible hands. Gorion, Waker of the Dead, which means I want bodies on the floor. I'm gonna give up Day of Judgment for the moment, even though I will probably regret that. Let's play... Let's play Ice Queen. But yeah, so this is the thing, is that most adventure spells are like semi-decent cantrips or occasionally kind of powerful, but they're not based around like a single theme, right? Or a single powerful gimmick. And that's a little unfortunate because they don't necessarily synergize well, even if you're casting a lot of them. For example, I can't think of any adventure spells that actually let you, for example, draw cards. Alright, what did he have in the top 5? Oh boy, it's Lae'zel. I love this card, but that doesn't mean I have to love it when somebody's going to play it against me. Yep, more Resurrection. If I play this, I can't. Is it worth making a 1/1? Probably, because it moves this card out of my hand. So the other card I've gotten here is Vega. Vega the Watcher, because, you know, since adventures are from exile, you can cast them. You can cast adventures, and they will trigger Vega the Watcher's draw effect, which is quite useful. But as you can kind of see, right? Like, I'm not... Right now, this deck isn't doing much of anything, despite having pulled a bunch of the adventures. I want to say that's mostly because of the 2 lands. Each player discards a card. Let's give up Hour of Revelation. Don't play Lae'zel, don't play Lae'zel, don't play Lae'zel. That's almost worse. I was kind of banking on being able to do Garenberg Carver into buffing up the soldier, but that's not happening. Cast a creature spell that has an adventure. Alright, I guess we'll just do this. But that's my only green source. Oh, I am hosed. Well, this is a game that I would concede if I was playing it normally, but since it's on stream, we will stick around and just prepare to get hammered. Could take a little while. Not the best content, but hey, it's what it is. Let's see. Yeah, neither of us are getting, so he can go for... I'm surprised he hasn't played Lae'zel yet. Yep, he'll get Woe Strider back. So he's got Woe Strider, Gravebreaker Lamia. He has a pretty clean... Maybe I should have kept the board wipes, but the problem with keeping board wipes into this deck is that it doesn't actually make too much of a difference. Because he'll just, you know, he'll resurrect them with Nethroi. Oh dear, that's not good though. That might be game right there. If he manages to get Elshnorn out. Oh look, we had to both discard a card. No blocks. I would like to have creatures so that I can potentially do things. No attacks. So this is a bit of a demoralizing opening game, I'll be honest, but hopefully the next one will be better. I think that I've thrown away most of my board wipes already, actually. There's still some more. I think I have... I don't know if I included the Exile All in this deck. Yeah, so now I will lose a bunch of my stuff, and his stuff is now 6/6s. And he will minus to finish that off. And we'll swing in for lethal. Alright, cool. Time to go to game 2. Game 2. Anyway, so I have a theory that I'm probably going to make a dumb video on later this week called Tim the Color Ball. But it has to do with illustrating what makes a commander good versus what makes a commander interesting. And how you can have a commander that is very, very good. That is the titular Tim the Color Ball that is not very interesting. And the way any of this relates to Gorion is that it's probably possible to make a much better Gorion deck, right? If you wanted to just build around his 3 colors that he offers you, and then also take advantage of the fact that in addition to those colors, he's like a 3/4 with Vigilance, right? But doing so would completely ignore his actual interesting mechanic, which is duplicating spells. Okay, this is a much better opening hand. let's see how we're going to do this. So let's do that. Let's do that. Turn 2 will be Hengegate Pathway. This is black. Alright, so hopefully he doesn't pull. What I would like to do is be able to have Hengegate Pathway so we can protect Edgewall Innkeeper with Blessed Hippogriff, but it does mean that Storm Giants enters tapped on turn 3, which I don't love. I want to have my turn 3 play more than I want to protect my Innkeeper. Whatever, we'll do what we can here. Lovestruck Beast is an interesting card. Ooh, Viconia. I love this card. It's just a fantastic card all around. Probably into Stitcher's Supplier? Yep. Okay. So, let's do this. Let's see what he does. He does the thing that I was kind of hoping. Okay, so let's see. I can just do Blessed Hippogriff onto Edgewall Innkeeper. That. I don't like him keeping Viconia out for any level of time. And I'm actually that does knock him down 1 on the count for mana. So that was still wrong. I should have just swung in with just Edgewall Innkeeper and just used like a single card there to achieve what I just did. So I still don't think I did that correctly, but hey, we're here. We'll live with the consequences. Lovestruck Beast has this person. They're not playing Snowlands. Let's do Lovestruck Beast. I really would like to get a 4th land. You're not a land. Any moment now. Maybe I had a... Any moment now. But so anyway, going back to this, like Gorion offers a lot of really powerful colors, but a lot of like let's just take a look at the what things I've got in my hand, right? Like you've got a combat trick, you've got combat trick, token production, mana production, irrelevant to the purpose of this question. There's not a huge amount of adventure support, and there's a surprisingly low amount of adventure cards, right? So I think I went and counted a little while ago, like maybe a couple weeks ago. I was working on something else that I have sort of not picked up again and worked on again since then. But I was like, all right, how many cards are there, right? How many sliver cards are there? And something like 34. It's relevant for a reason I'll explain in a moment, right? But a sliver deck gets by with like 34 slivers, but then they can also rely on changelings, right? And that's why sliver decks work, because they have this big tribal identity. Now, is this exile to legendary until end of turn? Yep. Okay. Cool. How do I want to do this? Kind of want to play that, but that means I can't do Angelic Ascension. Destroy all non-zombies, return target creature from your graveyard. No good. Creature targets yet. Play Gorion, and then... Okay, I have an idea. Let's do this. And we'll attack with that. No reason to let him keep the zombies out. But yeah, so for in terms of adventure support, you've got like Wandermane and Edgewall Innkeeper, and this barely constitutes adventure support. So as an archetype of, hey, let's build a deck full of adventures, there actually aren't a huge amount. There's barely the same amount of cards with adventure in green, white, blue that there are slivers. Oh, is that going to be Rudene? Yes, probably. Yep. I would love... Yeah, I would have liked you a bit earlier. Action. White and white again as soon as this finishes. Okay, I've got the Angelic Ascension. I'd rather you had a 4/4 Angel than a 7-drop Planeswalker Bomb. I wonder if he'll trade the Angel into Lovestruck Beast. Yes, appears to be the answer to that question. Twenty more cards. 1, 2, 3. I've had some good games with this deck. I'm a little surprised that it's misfiring super badly. I'm hoping this doesn't turn into another Kalem stream where I've got a deck that I'm like, yeah, this is fine, this is doable, and it just completely falls apart. Hagra Mauling. Yep, that'll do it. Move to the command zone. Yes. No blocks. Is it 14 of the cards he needs? Okay, so there's Planar Cleansing, which we can use to reset if we can ever get enough mana for it. Let's play... What are you guys stat-wise? 3, 2, 2, 2, 3. Let's do Rosethorn. I would... No point to miss the damage. I would love it if I could get land. Just... I wish to acquire the tracts of land. It's my European ancestry. Alright. What's he gonna get rid of? Who to play? Vivian? Oh, to speed up his... Yeah. Real creature. You know, I'm kind of glad that people are recognizing how much fun this card is to play. But I'd be more glad if, you know, I had any cards to deal with this. Alright, so I have 2 of the 3 white I would need to board wipe with Planar Cleansing, which is honestly probably worth it if I can somehow find a way to get it off. I wonder if he's going to specialize this turn. Probably? Yep. Is that 20? No, that's still 16. No blocks. Would really like... Really, game? Just like... You just... I'm going to go double check after this game that this deck has... Sure, pay 2 life. Lucky Clover. That was really dumb. Why did I do that? Well, maybe it'll bluff him into committing more aggression. I said, looking at his board, where he has no hand. That was dumb, and I shouldn't have played Lucky Clover. That's really all there is to it. Unless he commits into doing something incredibly stupid. Well, it doesn't make a difference if I trade here or if I trade next turn, so let's block 6 and... Let's block 6 and 4, actually. Okay. I'm very confused. Maybe that... Okay, because that game was not over. Was I getting kind of stomped? Yes, but I was about to wipe the board. I still had a fair amount of hand advantage on him. I'm quite frankly offended if that was a pity surrender. Come back! Fight me! I demand it. Oh, man. Alright, it's Heliod. Why? Alright, come on. 3 lands. Am I just an idiot? Okay, there we go. Keep 6. I will keep Guardian Naga. I will keep that. I will... Do I have blue? No, so we'll toss that. Also, how is it that I don't have blue? Okay, I have a Frost Dragon. So this is likely aggro. Aggro life gain? Yep, that's 100% what this is. I wonder if it's going to be Gorion. This is just the shocking turn of events. Alright, there's my blue. Can't do anything with it, but I have it. We'll save this to get rid of Heliod when he plays it the first time. And away you go. I still might be able to stabilize off this. Yeah, especially with stuff like Swords to Plowshares. Plains. Next, and turn. I'll be able to play Gorion in a moment, and I have Pass to Attackers. No, we'll do this now, for reasons that will become clear momentarily. I want to have 3 white, so we'll do that. It is 5 white to turn that into a creature, so we'll do Gorion this turn. Force him to chase into that. We've got the Queen of Ice. If he replays Heliod, no blocks. I'm just going to take the damage. Okay. I'm surprised he didn't replay Heliod. Interesting. I will replay Gorion because he's still a 5-drop. That's a problem. Okay, I would like a way to deal with that. I don't have a good one. Got a lot of bad ones, though. Well, let's start with this. We'll try to chip him down a bit. or at least force him to have a slightly less horrific board state. So at this point, I think I'm going to need a board wipe, but he is almost out of cards in hand. Keyword, of course, is almost. I don't have a way to do anything about that. I can do that. I can do that. Will I be able to? Yes, I will. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Okay. For anybody who's going, why did you just do that? He can't swing with this turn, and now he doesn't have a life gain source, so he can't actually buff up his board state. Is it ideal? No. Am I going to do it anyway? Yes. Alright, so there's that. What's he going to go get back? Healer's Hawk? Do I get blue here? Or do I get... I have 3 white. I think we get blue. I wish this had reach. 3/3. Do I just hold the Ardenvale Tactician? I think I do. And then we'll tap down the 2 big ones. We're definitely on the ropes here. Why did you not play that before going to combat? Whatever. Want to see what top skill gameplay looks like? Don't have artifact removal of... Yeah, that was a little optimistic of me. Alright, I can't play you, I can't play you, I can't play you. At the beginning of your end step, if permanent controlled left the battlefield this turn, create a 1/1 white flying token. Let's do this. I have to play creatures at some point. I can't just hold them forever. What I'm waiting for is for him to play something that lets him turn Heliod into a... Yep, that's what I was afraid of. We're going to go to combat? Oh wait, is that sorcery speed? Oh, I just take 8. Crap. Why is that sorcery speed? It's already such a limited utility card. Oh well, I still scuffed up. I need to play as much stuff as possible. Let's do this. It'll still enter tapped, but I'll still get 1 more turn. I still have a decent amount of board wipes in this deck, right? Like, 1 in 80 is not great odds, but it is odds. It's a lot more than nothing. I have a fair amount of removal. If I could just get rid of... That still doesn't end me yet. I need one of my big board wipes, though. If I don't pull one of those, I'm in deep trouble. It's currently at 7. -2 is still 5. Yeah, another land is not what I need right now. I would go up to 6. That's still not enough. Still not enough, still not enough, still not enough, still not enough. I wish I could use your ability again. That's not true. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have one more turn. I don't like it, but it's there. Next, no attacks, and turn. I can still get one more turn off this. Yep, he's gonna bring back some dudes. Probably the cleric. Yep, so he can produce angels. A lot more triggers, but it's not over yet. And there's still a chance. Now it's exactly 1 in 80. And I still have, yeah, I still have my big board wipes, and I have the mana to cast them. But that is not my big board wipe, and that is probably game. I can't think of a way out of this. Maybe I should have blocked Heliod instead. Yeah, so I did misplay. I should have blocked Heliod with it last turn so that it would be tapped down, so that if I pulled a green land, I could have Kogled. But we're just delaying the inevitable end turn. So we will just take that L. Oh, look. You have lethal and you're not taking it? That's called I will concede. Alright, let's try some more games with this. With this deck of questionable value. We're only like 30-something minutes in, so it's not a super big deal. We're getting a bunch of losses here. I wonder if I should have just mulliganed differently for that last game. I don't know, like, just... This deck's inconsistent. Alright, what do we got? 3 lands, yes. A board wipe, yes. Draw support, yes. All colors. No, but I'm keeping this anyway because it's still better than most of the garbage I've had so far. Pay 2 life, yes. Edgewall Innkeeper. Is there much point? No, there's absolutely 0 reason to mill this guy. Like, he wants to be milled. So we're not going to do that. We are going to just do this. Does mean our board wipe is going to be less impactful than I would have liked it to be, but hey, we got, let's see, Infernal Grasp, yep. Gorion to the board. No attacks, and turn. Is it worth killing Silverflame Squire? Probably not. Let's keep getting more green. Might cycle that. Let's see what he does. I only have 1 white source right now, so... Better idea. What I was thinking is that it looks like I ended up making the right choice here, but he's still like 2 turns. So since I can't do the dumb trick I was going to go for, I'm going to cycle this instead. He doesn't have much from the creature department in his graveyard yet. Is he going to reset the board? He has the mana for it, I think. You need 1 more black? No, Fateful Absence. Yep. Take action. Ooh, that's cool alt art. Mire Climb, he'll cycle himself again. Not that that's going to slow down my stupid strategies. I would like... one more actual land is what I would mostly like. So... let's see what he does to that. Okay, so next turn what I would like to do is specialize. Is he gonna mutate it? Nope, that's just a double death touch. Okay, but he's planning to do it next turn. No blocks. Okay, this is good. This is good. I don't have 5 land for it though. Do I want... I don't have a huge number of targets for this either. So... let's go grab... seek a non-land, buff my hand, and buff the board. Probably this. We'll give up... no, I'll give up... I'm going to make a very bad decision here. We're going to give up the Day of Judgment. We're going to specialize into that. And next we go to combat. 2 attackers. Next to blockers. Okay. I'm going to miss lethal by 1. Oh, but he's going to concede, giving us our 2nd win. Still counts. How long have we been streaming? I do want to go. I need to go do grocery shopping. It finally cooled down where I live. I'm looking forward to that. So let's just go for 1 more game. So sometimes I wonder if you're supposed to build this as aggro. I don't know. Oh, well, it's reworked Winota. This might not be as bad. For anybody who doesn't know, this card used to be basically whenever you attacked with non-land creatures, sorry, with non-human creatures. I'm going to mulligan this because it has barely any land. What? Why do you do this to me, game? Alright, whatever, we'll keep. It used to be, hey, like, whenever non-human creatures you control attacked, you got to go and grab humans out of your deck effectively, right? But now the trigger only happens a single time per turn, so it's not as bad. Flaxen Intruder. This is very nice for blowing up Arcane Signets. It's also technically an adventure card, but it's kind of terrible as a adventure card. Turn targets non-land permanent. I will just hold. I'll do this. Decline. The middle blade was just right. You know, I've always thought this art looks kind of like a little kid. It's kind of weird. Especially because they got the bear's head on their wall and stuff like that. Wonder what it's gonna be. Hey, there's our third one. Let's take a risk. Please don't have removal for this. Please let me have one turn with my commander on the board. My optimism is what we in the business call uncalled for. Do I have an easy way to get rid of that? Yes, I do. Decline. I'll just wait one turn and then I'll crack this out. No, I need to play a 2-drop. No, which no attacks and turn. Come on, play Winota. Thank you. What's he gonna go grab is the real question. Nothing is the answer. And brings it to my turn. Which means it's time to do one of the few good things this deck can do. Double in Beanstalk Giant. Let's go grab some. We have 2 white, that's enough for a board wipe. Let's go grab a white and another, that's 1 white. And let's go grab another green. It was at this point that I realized that I no longer have the blue to cast spells this turn, but that's fine. So, do I have anything that gives a hand buff? No. Next. No attacks and turn. Now I fully expect Borrowed Time to get thrown back onto the board. No, Clarion Spirit. Yep, you can have your Clarion Spirit. This will resolve. Decline. And resolve. Pass to attackers. I'll just get hit for 4, that's fine. Would have been nice to be able to combo those out a little bit more together, but you know. My turn. Gorion. And that's instant speed, I can hold that. I'm actually going to play Vega this turn instead. No attacks and turn. We have body blockers, and Winota is the nerfed version, and Vega will force him to commit a lot more to actually removing it than he probably wants to. And Vega is most of my hand refill, so. Yep, there's Intrepid Adversary. Please pay the rest of your mana. Yep. Yep, those are all very big creatures. I'm very scared. Let's see what you get for humans first, though. Oh, I tapped out all my stuff. Oh well. Is that lethal? I don't think so. Yep. Now, here's a fun thought. did they realize that they just gave me even more cards to work with? Let's do that. Cool. My turn? I would like to cast both of those. I have just enough mana to do it. Next, no attacks, end turn. So I can tap 4 and return 2 to hand. We'll just patiently wait. I want to do it before he attacks, though. Right before he enters his combat step. Okay, yep, that'll resolve. Who do I want to be just taps down? 1, 2... Yep, so this one is testing those 2. 3, 4... I should have tapped down a different, whatever, Goro. Doesn't have control, gain haste. 1. The trigger's on the stack, mate. I still get the copy. That's fine. And that's exactly what I need to get me out of this mess. Though I'm going to lose a lot of... okay. Okay, here's how we do this. Do I have... target creature gains indestructible until end of turn? That stalls me a little bit of time. If he tries to just burn me down... ooh, we kicked that. That's less than optimal. Okay, how do I deal with that? He's definitely ahead of me in terms of life. Let's go look for some answers. Not an answer. And I'll still have enough for the other card. Not an answer. You know, game, it'd be cool if you gave me the card at the battlefield under your control. Could just play this now. I can still block one of his attackers. He's going to get another human, though. Don't love that. ETB effects are nice, but I don't think I have many of them in this deck. So Instead, I get to sit here and panic. Well, I still got more cards. Though the average quality of his stuff is just a lot more powerful than mine. Interesting. Lizelle does not do much for me here. Let's play the Deserted. So, okay, so I could discard it. I could only specialize into green. That doesn't do too much for me. Do any of these have reach? No, but I got a bunch of stuff with flying. Well, let's start with you, because you're very cheap. Is it worth resetting the board? I don't want to, but yes. Since I'm going to reset the board, I think I swing in with everything else first, right? And then I have to do this, which I am less than in love with, but hey, beats losing. And now it's Lizelle's time to shine. The undisputed queen of dodging hard removal. Actually, that's probably Kiora, Great Glass Spinner. The undisputed silver medalist of dodging hard removal, or at least making them spend 2 hard removal on it. Alright. Let's play as much stuff as we can. Scry. That doesn't do anything for me right now. Bottom of the deck. Ardenvale Tactician. I can't get one more playoff, so I need one more mana open, so let's do Blessed Hippogriff. Activate ability, specialize. Does this have vigilance? No, it just says double strike. I'm still going to punch you in the face. Alright, so right now I have 9 on deck with Blessed Hippogriff. Closing in on an hour, so this might be the ending. The ending game. We'll see. Is that a haste? It looks like it's a haste. Please, nope. Oh, he picked the right one. Okay. Oh, you jerk. Alright. Please pick the wrong. Nope, that's 5. 5, 6, 7. That's lethal. No, it's not. I haven't lost just yet. Okay. I'm annoyed that he got rid of my Nadar so quickly. Can I play you and have mana left open to do useful things with? Yes. What are the useful things that I'm going to do? Do I play you and have mana left open to do useful things with? Yeah. Let's do that instead. I like having a 9/9 slightly better. This is a 4-drop, so I would get a 4/4 if I burn the Skyclave Apparition. But I would give him a 4/4 flyer in exchange. Well, we'll see what he does. Probably doesn't go well for me the longer this continues. Yep, especially if he keeps drawing cards. So it looks like he's probably going for one big attack next turn. Yep. And he's going to get a lot more cards. Okay, deck. Got one more board wipe in there because I could really use that right about now. I wonder if I should have exiled the Inspiring Commander, but alright, that's not a board wipe, and I don't think I can do too much with it. Beginning of your end step. Well, I think Inspiring Commander was the card that probably turned this. I should have just blown that up instantly. Yeah, this is out of control at this point. Unless he's foolish enough to give me another turn, and I'm lucky enough to pull another board wipe, that's game. Alright, so I have 4 blockers. If he gives anything, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really? I hate Hakos the Unscarred. Okay, step 1. Mate, you are 90% tapped out with 1 mana. Unless you're going to Swords to Plowshares your way out of this, some of your dudes are going to die. That would do it. Okay. 1. What else is big? I need to block Haktos. Don't really want to. Need that to die. Why is he unblockable? Oh, he's got protection from everything with mana that doesn't have mana cost 2. Well, that's just game then. Yeah, because I'm so glad they made Winota weaker because it was already such a garbage card. All right, we'll do one more game. I'm not happy with the win rate on this. All right, Uber Eats, stop sending me your shitty offers. Unsubscribe from all. If you're gonna send me a 50%. Wow, this is a pathetic coupon. You're like, oh, it's 50% off your order, but it's up to $18 in value with a Minimum of $25 spend to get it. Alright, we have 3 lands. We have Snowborn Simulacra. We have Beanstalk Giant. We have all the colors. Come on. Does anyone have a rock I can just pitch into my head? That was the perfect opening hand, and I hit Mulligan. Ooh, I'm not happy about that. This is probably the right choice. I need to save the first Swords to Plowshares for Gaga on turn 4. Seriously though, how on earth did I just... Alright, let's put this in the Adventure Zone. Najari Curator. Kenra Charioteer. Yeah. Oh, is this the... Is this the uncommon only list? Okay, I need to save the Swords to Plowshares, which means I can't play it, which means I'm going to be sad, so let's play this instead. And act like we're going to be next, no attacks, and turn. What? Well, I was not expecting that. I think this is the uncommons and common only list. Power and toughness. Well, only to cast a creature spell. All of you are equally pointless, so we're going to be doing that. I don't have artifact removal in hand. That's real bad. I think this is the uncommon only uncommon only list. Well, I'm certainly not just going to sit there and take the damage. So I think the only thing resembling my chance for victory is getting this out and getting it onto something, and then him not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm host. I don't have much of a choice here. We'll block that, take 7. Yeah, I think this is the commons and uncommons list. Okay, game. I could really use a Wrath of God right about now. That's not Wrath of God. That's absolutely useless to me. Can I stall any further? I can stall 2 blockers this turn, get 1 more turn. Draw a land, which doesn't do anything for me. I don't think I can stall more than 2 more turns. Okay, but I guess if you're going to give me... If you're going to give me 2 more turns, I'm going to take them. That is just... This is what we in the business call motherfucking heartbreaking. I'm going to be 1 turn off. Okay, so Hinterland, Harbor... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to need 8. 1, 2, 3. So I'm currently at 5, 6. I don't think I can actually stall this out long enough, but we'll play as if I could. Absolutely tragic. No attacks. So I would need like 2 more turns, which I'm not going to get if this person has even like 5% of a brain. Yep. Yeah, this is their uncommon only list. Kind of annoyed by that. Especially since I mulliganed like the perfect opening hand. That is just... eternally disappointing. Alright, one more game. One more game. And win or lose, we'll call it on this one. This is probably not a good matchup. I have multicolor lands in this deck. I put a lot of them in. I don't understand. So this is land ramp, dinosaurs, if I remember correctly. So we'll mulligan. I give up on this deck. I give up on this terrible deck that I have made. Vigilance, Trample, Haste. I would like to try, so it'll probably Cultivate. Yep, there's the turn 3 Cultivate. 2 Search and Find for 1. Is there much? Yeah, there is actually a lot of purpose to doing this next bit. I will play this as white, and I'll play Gorion. And then we'll see if we can remove some stuff as we do this. So probably going to be Circuitous Route, or it's the other one. Something the gates. Nope, it's going to be Escape to the Wilds. Maybe play an additional land this turn. Okay, so we don't have a board wipe. I'll do this. And do I play that this turn? So next turn, that's an 8-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we play Felidar Retreat this turn. And we're going to go for face. With 7. Uh-oh. 5. Maybe he'll miss tap for this. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's game. Yeah, sure, move it to the command zone. Well, I'm going to be spiteful and not give you what you want, which is to be able to hit me with your big dinosaur. If I let him hit me with that, that's just game over. Because that'll be 2 like 14/14 dinosaurs, and then I'm just completely hosed. Kicked Skyclave Relic, and now he has a billion mana. Here are the Orphan Guard. My turn. Even a board wipe can't save me now because it's too bloody late. Create a 2/2 white beast. Ardenvale Tactician we can hold. So that's 2. I can spend 3. That's sorcery speed, so we'll do this. Doesn't do much for me right now. At least there's a land. We'll play that, and then we'll hold the Ardenvale Tactician next. And turn. Tippity tappity. I'm stalling for timety. Hey, that's cool. Not quite what I want, but still cool. I should probably be careful about how I do this. I need to hold to block, so I can do this at most. Next, next, no attacks, and turn. If I could just keep tapping down his stuff, I might have a way to do it. The problem with Day of Judgment is that he'll just play it again, and I don't have a second removal spell. So that probably means he doesn't have a combat trick currently. No, there's more dinosaurs. Alright, other dinosaurs control of haste. Is it worth resetting the board right now? Here's what we'll do. Giant Killer gains Indestructible. Day of Judgment. Would love to have more land, but I don't, so I can just kind of have to deal with that. Then there's no purpose in not attacking because I can't actually block Gisharth. I'm still going to have to take 7 from it next turn. Please don't hit a shit ton of dinosaurs. Oh look, it's 7 damage. How many did he get? Just 1, actually. Can sack it to get rid of Felidar Retreat. He's going to do that. Nice. That's actually kind of good for me. Mill 5 cards, then return a creature milled this way to your hand. Augur of Autumn. Next combat, next. No attacks, and turn. Ooh, Faceless Haven will not be relevant. You don't have any snow lands. Let's do this. My dude, you are playing... That's not a snowland. Next. Next. No attacks. End turn. I wonder why this person is running Faceless Haven, if they're running basic mountains and forests. I guess they just probably slotted it in and forgot to slot it out. I wonder what he's going to exile with that. Regardless, Sword of Body and Mind does not do enough for me here to actually salvage out anything. Alright, this is green and blue. I would rather have more green. And Sword of Body and Mind. Let's do it. And I have next to combat, next to attackers, no attacks, and turn. So I can make this into a 6/7. I'm hosed. That's really all there is to it. I could top deck another board wipe. Even that would not be enough, though. Is there any amount of... So that doesn't have trample. So the actual threat is this guy. I need like a 4-drop. So if I cast it once, it's... How much does this to equip? 2. So here's what we do. Lovestruck Beast for 1. Lovestruck Beast for 3. Equip for 2. He only needs like anything to finish this game off, but do damage target opponent or planeswalker. Yep, that would do it. That would do it. That was kind of demoralizing, but hey, you know, it happens. All right, so let me just set up for one more thing. Because before we end the stream, we of course have to actually rate Gorion as a commander, and basically based off how much fun he is, more than how good he is. Let me just... Gorion, Gorion, why are you gory garbage? He's not actually complete garbage, but Gorion, there we go. Okay, we'll just slide that on over here. So let's rate Gorion before we finish this out. In terms of pure actual power, like let's say you wanted to make the ideal commander deck, Gorion is probably going to rank higher than where I'm about to place him. But I'm placing him there anyway. Oh, this is Baldur's Gate. Alchemy Horizons, Baldur's Gate. 1 second. We're supposed to be on this screen. Add image, add existing, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Gorion. There we go. So in terms of, he's going to go down here in, you know what, I'm in a bad mood. Gorion, you get to go in D tier. If we were judging Gorion on his colors alone, he'd be ranked higher, but we're not. This is effectively my list of how much fun and how good they are. And while you might be able to make a really good Gorion deck based on just his colors, because there's a lot of powerful cards in that color, Gorion is not particularly fun to play. Doubling spells would be neat, but there aren't many adventures that are worth doubling, even in his color. Most adventures are kind of meh, and don't do too much. And even if there are bigger adventures, there's very few that actually like draw cards or do useful stuff. So I'm sorry, Gorion, you end up in C tier with your friends Rasad and Kaleem. And I'd be lying if I said that today's abysmal win streak was not an impactor to that, because I had games with this deck before where I was able to take decks off Goshen City. But that's going to be everything for today. So as usual, if you like my stuff, have feedback, thoughts, whatever, please let me know in the comments. If there's cards you want me to see me do next, I'd prioritize those if there's stuff I know that people actually want to see played. If you like it, don't forget to like the scrib and all of that stuff. But outside of that, until next time, just take care, and I'll see you then.